Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Manda's Fine Meat, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Turner Industries, Care South Medical and Dental, LaBerge Casino, the Law Office of George Tucker, Louisiana 988 Helpline, Exxon Mobil, and Louisiana Propane Association. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. We bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each week from Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro, located at 7808 Howell Boulevard. Come by in the neighborhood of noon on Mondays and you can catch the show being recorded and talk a little SU football afterwards. Of course, you can catch the show about 6 times a week on TV. You can see the air times there, or you can catch it at your leisure on our digital channels. Jumping right into it, Coach, tough homecoming loss to Prairie View on Saturday night. We outrushed the Panthers 166 yards to 137, but in the passing game, they outpassed us 224 to 81. We had an average of attempt of about 3.9 versus their average attempt about 7.2. We just aren't running deep enough routes, Coach, to keep those chains moving.
Well, first of all, we got to not get behind the chains. And then, I agree. When we get behind the chains, we have to be able to go a little deeper in some of the route concepts. And then that causes for, got to make sure that we got everything shored up protection-wise so that we can throw those. And really, those throws were there a lot of times. That's the frustrating part about it. Ashton completed them a few times for first downs, and then sometimes he, for whatever reason, he didn't throw them. So it was a very frustrating game in terms of just same things every week, just moving the ball up and down the field, not being able to get in the end zone. And so we got to figure out a way how we can turn those getting in the end, those moving the ball up and down the field to get in the end zone.
Okay. Penalties, Coach. Still biting us. 7 for 56, but one especially on a personal foul that cost us 15 yards on a drive we were having. It just seems like there's no end to the penalty bug for us.
Well, again, some of those, went back and looked at it. One of the penalties, they called legal man downfield, but you go back and watch it. It's not a legal man downfield because the running back caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
So that's a screen call in that same drive of that 15-yard penalty. The 15-yard penalty came from frustration, which he shouldn't have been frustrated because we knew going into the game that the guy that he was locked up with likes to talk a lot, and he let him get the best of him. And then when you look at it again, it should have been a first down. It should have been a live ball because the running back was still running. The whistle wasn't blown.
Right.
And then they made it a second down, a dead ball deal. So that affected what we needed to do in terms of trying to score. And of course the fumble on the plus 24-yard line, that we just can't. That can't happen. I mean, quarterback running back exchange, it's got to be clean. If you're gonna pull it, or you got to put it in there on the running back so that he can take it. And so that was something that really was a killer, especially when we had a good drive going.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into those first half highlights from homecoming 2025 on the Bluff. Here you see the Jaguars.
Yeah, this is a good run by Trey Holly.
Trey had a pretty good night. 21 carries, 99 yards.
It
seemed like he was trying to get on track.
Yeah, the goal was to run the football because of what they do schematically up front with the 3-man front, playing the 5 in the box. So that was the thing that we were going in with the game plan to do just that. And there's the fumble there, which was a killer because we were going in to score.
Yeah, right outside the red zone.
We missed out on that. This is a great job on blitz on Elijah West. Right here, you just got to come to balance. Trying to, those guys want to kill everybody, and when you just got to come to balance in the open field tackling. And this right here. Someone, guy jumped a gap. We want a gap sound there, and so there's an easy touchdown for him. This touchdown right here, just a bad job of not playing through the hands of the receiver. And that's what you got to do in man coverage. You got to play through the hands. This is an interception.
It should
have
been.
had.
Yes, sir.
And that, you take that away now, you don't give them 17, so now it's 14.
There you have it from the first half of the Homecoming 2025 game. When we come back, we'll have second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
Louisiana, your area codes just got lucky. Introducing the new Louisiana Lottery Area Code Scratch-Offs. 5 codes, 5 tickets, top prize, $50,000. Rep your code and play the Area Code Scratch-Offs today.
In December of 2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. There's an initial shock, I guess, but instead of turning it into a verdict, I considered it a challenge. As it turned out, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it was amazing. I was able to focus in on getting well, as opposed to wondering how I was going to pay for it. I'm Laura. I'm from New Orleans. I am cancer-free for 13 years and looking forward to so many more.
Mom, I hate going to the dentist.
Yes, but you're a real trooper and didn't give Dr. Daniel any problem.
Well, I like Dr. Pam. She really knows how to get me to relax. And I like how my teeth look when we leave Care South.
Well, that's what a good dentist is supposed to do.
At Care South, our dental team works hard to create beautiful smiles and take great care of your teeth. Call us for an appointment today.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana, ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, we're down 17-0 at the half, but for me, we're just a step away from, a couple of big runs by Trey Holly to be in that thing. What did you talk to your team about at half to get them ready for the second half?
I simply told them, we should have had points in the first half. We missed some opportunities, but now we got to not look at the scoreboard, and we got to dominate each play. And if we do that, then we'll come back. We'll come out on the end victorious. So the challenge was to go out and win every play.
Coach, one of the things that was interesting to me was in time of possession, we actually had the ball more than PV. We had 32 minutes to their 28, but on the special team side of things, they had 234 yards on kickoff returns, which was not a good thing in the whole scheme of things.
Well, I didn't see that many yards on kickoff returns because, we stopped them on the 20-yard line, so I don't know where
that number came from.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
They had the opening kickoff was pretty decent, but everything else was pretty corralled. So I don't know where those yards came
Bad
from.
intel on the box score. All right, let's jump into those second half highlights from the game. Here you see Trey trying to take it outside.
Yeah, that's again, that was the thing. You know, we wanted to run the football because of
Good defense right there.
yeah, it's a field goal. I think he missed that. Yeah, that was big right there. So we come back to the deal. It was always, you know, we're getting positive yards, we're getting chunk yards. Just didn't have the explosives. But, you know, we're moving the ball. This is one of the plays that we started. It should have happened in the first half when it was called. Here, Ashton makes a run, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to run, especially if they're going to play man coverage or deep coverage. Again, another good run by Trey Holly. This is Amarian Asbury. He got a chance to get in and run the ball.
That's the Southern Lab kid?
Yeah, you know, Barry Remo was out all week sick. He missed the
Okay.
game, and a number of guys out sick. So they didn't even dress or play. So next man up. This is a good defensive play right here.
Nice run.
It's a good run there. This is a good throw here on third down for first down. Like I said, there were some throws. There were some things there. This is a great call. Pass interference. The guys got real handsy. Again, guys are running the ball hard inside. I think this is another, that's Cam Jefferson on a big third down catch. This is a good run by Trey. Again, you know, they playing with a lot of guys on the back end, so that's the coverage.
That running game should have been there.
Yeah, it was there. You know, we just needed. What it does is you got to have some explosives to combat that, and just
The underneath was
right,
wide open
exactly,
on this pass.
Exactly.
I was like, wow.
This right here really hurt us, and it rained, and you know, you got to fair catch the ball. You got to fair catch it, and then
Even in the rain.
Even in the rain,
Yes,
you got to
sir.
fair catch it. You can't. But you know, a true sophomore trying to make a play. That's unfortunate, but that's how it went.
All right, there you have it. When we come back, we'll have our offensive, special teams, and defensive players of the week and the player interview on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Find more of what you're looking for at LeBear's Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists, plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
To protect my mental health, I like to listen to music and go on walks and just try to clear my mind.
I like to just go home, turn off all electronics, go on Do Not Disturb on my phone, and just sit there and prepare for the next day.
I read my Bible app every morning, and I also read daily affirmations just to make sure I stay motivated in my day-to-day.
Please call 988 if you're struggling with mental health or you need someone to talk to.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, each week in this segment we have our top choice players of the week. Who were those players on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, offensively, it was Trey Holly. Defensively, it was Kelby Gibbons, and special teams was Nathan Zimmer.
Congratulations, gentlemen. All right, Coach, after the game, we had a chance to catch up with Herman Brister, and Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, we're here at Homecoming 2025. Not the outcome that we wanted, but a man like Herman Brister III came out and did his thing tonight. 4 solo tackles. And look, bro, let's talk about it. We're 1-6. 1-6. Tonight, it was nothing but penalties and turnovers. That's the end story. How do we get this thing on track, and who's going to emerge to be the leader to get us going in the right direction?
Yeah, it starts with the little things, you know. Just being disciplined. Right now, I really can't. I have to digress and go back and watch the film and see what really went on. Yeah, penalties played a big part. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot a good amount of times. But I think that we all got to step up. I don't think it's a one-person leadership thing. I think that we all got to step up. On the defensive side of the ball, I think, to be honest, I think we did an okay job of executing today. I think we did better today than we have all season. Maybe it wasn't our best game by far, but I think we played a better game today. I think the team, we all got to step up. I mean, I don't think it's one person who can really just turn the team around. We all got to step up.
I also have one more other question. As I was watching the game progress, it seems to be we can't stop the run. How do we get better on run stoppage and 3 and outs on the opposing team, getting them off the field?
Go Terrence. Like you said.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe, and of course, thank you, Herman, for being a professional and showing up for that interview after a tough loss. Coach, next up is Florida A&M. They come a-calling to A.W. Mumford this weekend. You know, what's interesting, Coach, is looking at the Prairie View game, somewhere along the way we got off track, because it used to be we go to either Prairie View or Texas Southern every other year, so we go to Houston once, but now both the Texas schools are coming to us, which means that next year we go on to them twice, and you know, who handles scheduling now? I know Travian used to handle that when he was here.
Well, I think what happened is how I got off schedule, from what I understand, is when they played the game in Arlington. Dallas, Arlington.
Yeah.
That kind of threw things off, but it's supposed to, I think, smooth itself out next year where it'll be a home-and-home deal. So, from my understanding, so yeah, it's been last year we did the Texas two-step, and the 2 Texas teams come here this year.
Okay, a lot of people in the Jaguar Nation have relationships in the Houston area, so I was asked, why aren't we going to Houston this year? Especially by somebody, mama that I know, and my son. But anyway, when we come back, we'll talk about Texas Southern and our next football game on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana, ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
At CareSouth Medical and Dental WIC, we take pride in helping families to better understand their nutritional needs. Our goal is to help expecting mothers and new mothers to take the best care of themselves and develop a healthy lifestyle that will benefit their infants from birth to childhood. When you participate in the WIC program, you will receive healthy, nutritious foods, breastfeeding support, and nutritional counseling. At CareSouth WIC, we believe healthy families are the best families. Call us for an appointment today at 225-650-2093.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married, I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered. It's very empowering. Having the Blue Cross Blue Shield card in my wallet feels like armor. I'm just like, wow.
Don't be afraid. Conquer your fears. And play. Midnight Money. Win up to $13,000. Midnight Money from the Louisiana Lottery.
Welcome back. I stand corrected on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. We are not playing Texas Southern this weekend. That's in a couple of weeks. We are actually playing the Florida A&M Rattlers. The Rattlers coming in from Tallahassee, Florida to visit A.W. Mumford this Saturday. They stand at 2-4 on the season, 1-1 in the SWAC. Coach, what do those Rattlers like to do on offense and defense this year?
Well, they try to be balanced on offense. They want to have a good mix of run and pass ratio. Quarterback is the guy that they really leaned on. I know he had some struggles early, but he seemed to have gotten somewhat on track. I know Coach Cozy was talking about being able to utilize the running back in games to help them balance it out, to get them 100, 120 yards rushing to kind of help balance that thing out. And defensively, they want to, stop the run and get you behind the chains. And if they can get you in 3rd and long, they have some guys that can cover, and they want to get after you. So that's the thing. He wants to get you behind the chains and get you in 3rd and long so he can really bring pressure.
You know, Coach, as a kid growing up in Baton Rouge, the Florida A&M game was a really big rivalry, on par with Jackson State and Grambling for Southern.
Yeah.
But, they were, of course, in the MEAC.
Right.
And then when they came to the SWAC, I really thought it was a natural progression for them. But I was talking to one of the Bethune people in the press box, and he was saying that they actually missed a lot of their old rivalries up in the MEAC, you know, the Hamptons, the Norfolks, the North Carolina schools. And I thought that was interesting. And, I think that for both FAMU and Bethune, the SWAC is actually more a natural parallel for playing, but it goes to show you people just kind of make up in their mind what they like. And so having FAMU in the SWAC has been enjoyable for me, having to see them and play them on a regular basis. And they always get up to play us.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because when you look at when you break it down geographically, it's really not a lot of difference in travel for those two schools. When you break down the conferences and where the schools are and how they play, again, they were in the MEAC for forever. When they, when they left the SIAC and the MEAC schools that came from the CIAA, and they formed the MEAC in 79 and 80. So that, those relationships are hard to sever.
Yeah.
And so that, eventually over time, those games or rivalries will develop in the conference. Just like, at one time, Southern and FAMU was the longest running rivalry game up until 2000, 2001, I believe, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so it'll get back to that. It's just, being in the same conference, and it helps that, they're here, and it balances out the conference in terms of teams.
Coach, turning the page, got to ask you, Athletic Director Roman Banks addressed the media after the homecoming game in regards to your job. What can you tell us that is happening in regards to you remaining as a Southern University head coach?
Well, we talked, and we had some conversations, and we'll have some conversations again today. But it's business as usual. I did the SWAC Coaches Conference show call earlier. I'm doing this show, and we're going to meet, and we're going to have practice tonight like we always do. So it's, you know, just ongoing, just trying to find ways to, or what's the best way to try to get this thing afoot. You know, of course, I'm the head football coach until told otherwise, and you know, you always want to have an opportunity to, if things aren't going well, you always want to have an opportunity to right the ship.
Correct.
But in this day and time and landscape of college athletics, that's not always the case. And so whatever that looks like, we'll move forward and do what's best for the program and ourselves.
Well, Coach, of course, we want to wish you the best on that and hope you have the opportunity to finish out the season and end up in the SWAC championship. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
To protect my mental health, I just take little breaks during stressful situations and realize where you are and what you're doing and reevaluate the situation from a different angle.
I like to journal, listen to music, and like go on walks. The scenery really like uplifts me.
I personally listen to music, I read books. I give myself affirmations to know that I'm going to be okay, and I know that I am better at defeating my mental.
Protect your mentals. Find more of what you're looking for at LeBear's Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists, plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Welcome back, and as we close out this week's show, go Jags!